So
Exactly. Yeah.
in your experience, the thing I want to probe a little bit, and sorry for probing about it, but the leadership thing, and I mean, we can talk about leadership forever. It's not something that's going to go away, but it's such a critical thing. In South Africa, we see the same thing. It's not a it's not it's got nothing to do with any country. You see it on the news, you see it in the States, you see it everywhere. That leadership is such a critical thing that if you've got what I call detrimental leadership in leadership positions. One of the best books I've read on this topic is the guys who's Bobby Hair that wrote about snakes in suits, or the book is titled Snakes in Suits, and they've pointed out a few things about detrimental leadership. So it's a nice book to read because it opens up your understanding of why detrimental leaders are doing what they're doing. Why are they shouting? Why are they doing this? And yet, if you look from the outside in, they look successful. The company is already running for and they're making money, and they're profitable, and etc. And they bring a product to their customers, which the customers are happy, and the customers are not necessarily even aware of what's going on the inside. But if you look at it, what these guys tend to do, and the similarities between what you've described, they've got the tendency to do exactly what has happened with you. They identify people, find that almost way of manipulating you to get the best out of you, which is the objective. Is you obviously want people to be productive, but it's not sustainable because ultimately the outcome is burnout. And all they then do is they replace you with somebody else, and the process repeats itself. And sometimes they keep the company going that way. And if it's something that happens with them, they start realizing, especially when they get a little bit older and wiser, they start realizing, but this is not good for the company sustainability. But apart from that, I could have been so much more competitive, if I had a different leadership style, and where I built my company based on people. The heartbeat of the company is people. It's not one person that is able to know everything that needs to go on, and sort of micromanage everything that goes on. Is that something that you can sort of talk about a little bit more in terms of the two parts, the detrimental leadership, and what if it wasn't detrimental, if it was better leadership?
Of course. Yeah, it's you mentioned that getting older and wiser, because at one point you're realizing that it's like you're over and over in the same positions, and you're stepping over and over on the same rakes, and that rake is hitting your forehead every single time. And boom, again. Oh, really? Why would I do it? No, but yeah, it's the, you see, if that leadership type I was in, it was fear-based. So that was first thing. So you should please the boss. It was never really working on me, because my work ethics is the work has to be done, not that I don't need to please anyone. No, why would I? You're not my husband, but a lot of people have tendency to work like that. And but yeah, it was more. I've heard so few times during these years I've been working there that I am good as employee. I never felt appreciated, except for these few times. But it was very common that even though my work was always done good, mostly perfectly, sometimes, of course, I'm human, I can make mistakes. But you see, if there is not a mistake to point out, then there's quickly found out something, but you didn't think of that, this. So, oh yeah, I could have think of that. And then next time, oh, I could have think of this. No, I could have.
Mm.
I could not. I'm, that's why I'm in my position where I'm doing. It's not like I'm not, this horse with these things and just seeing this. I have pretty a wide range of the vision. So, but it's not my job to fix the company. And sometimes it felt like I have to fix the company. Sorry to say, but there was once a little outburst from my boss's side. We were having some argument, and and he was like, like a child, and he was saying like, "Am I the only one who needs things to be done here?" And I was like, "Yes, you own this. I don't need. I'm receiving my salary
Yeah.
and I'm off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you need things to be done." So yeah, as you said, the employees are the key factor, and he kind of understood that, but he was expecting them to come and solve the stuff on themselves first, to identify the problem, then make a decision how to solve it, and then to solve it that is working for the whole company. But instead, you should be pointed out where you should go.
Mm.
And that we never had.
Mm.
So, of course, if you have two eyes closed or one and a half eyes closed, then you are wandering around and trying to solve some stuff. And that's how sometimes it felt like. Of course, the daily workflow was managed perfectly, but I never knew where we're going. Never ever I had some direction. Do we have to reach something, or okay, there is an issue, we should solve that, or yeah. So that was the work environment.
No, and I think that's a good context, to explain your feelings, and I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to speak to you, because it is exactly the essence of it. The essence is, if people know that it's going to take empowerment and ownership. So all these buzzwords that people are using, but they don't know how to get people to have true ownership. And you're right. I mean, it's his business. There's no financial benefit even that you get from it, but